All right, so I thought it'd be fun to share with you guys a little conversation I had with Grok earlier because I talk to Grok all the goddamn time because that's just what the hell the world's coming to, isn't it? So let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. So this is so I got into this. How the hell did I get into this? Well, learning about the Gnostics, I suppose. They share a lot of similarities with even the Christians of early. It's just they flipped a lot of it, right? And there seems to be quite a bit of overlap with Nietzsche. And being that I can't stop talking about Nietzsche for whatever reason, this seems to be on par with what the hell I regularly do. So let's look at it. So there's the morning regular chat with Grok, as one does for your viewing pleasure. You follow me on X, you'll see these things. So I said, it seems the Gnostics and Nietzsche have a lot in common, except for this giant difference in that the Gnostics seem to be life-denying, as he would say it, and he was absolutely life-affirming. So him being the life-affirming is embrace this life and shit. And what the Gnostics were saying, and a lot of religions do this, but they do this life-denying crap, which is essentially to say they sell people some metaphysical realm, like, yeah, this sucks, but when you die, it'll get better, which is a fucking horrible message. But so Grok said, exactly. It's like they're twins separated at birth. One runs screaming from the party. The other crashes it with a grin. Both hated the same thing. The comfy lies people tell themselves. The Gnostics saw through the God loves you fairy tale and said, no, we're trapped. Nietzsche saw through the God is dead void and said, great, now build something. Where they split. Gnostics won out. Nietzsche wants in. Deeper, harder, louder. One's a jailbreak, the other's a revolution. Still, imagine the meeting. Gnostic, this world's a prison, Nietzsche. Then burn it down and dance on the ashes. Could have been a hell of a conversation, right? This is the difference between a life-affirming view and a life-denying view. So much of this life-denying view is, I can't help but see it through religion. In that, it's that same thing. They're selling you that metaphysical realm, right? They're not trying to have the best go of this exactly. They're just trying to make it to the next round, like hoping it's better, which is crazy. So I said, would have absolutely been a hell of a conversation, just in an ideological sense. And Grok said, oh yeah, pure fireworks. Nietzsche would have called the Gnostics escape a coward's exit. That's kind of how I feel about it. A lot of this religious stuff. The Gnostics would have called Nietzsche's embrace masochism, which is like kind of the other counterpoint to support the life-denying position. And neither would budge. One's yelling, the world's broken, leave. The other's roaring, it's broken. Fix it with your bare hands. See, isn't that so much better? Isn't that so much better? When you have the gumption to do something about your situation instead of just resign to it, right? At the end of the night, they'd probably be both be drunk, laughing, and still convinced the other one's insane. Which, honestly, sounds like every good argument I've ever had. Grok has humor, but there's some truth to it. And I say, so help me square this circle. I don't get this. Because me, myself, I am super life-affirming, and I think that people should lean into life even if it sucks sometimes. But I really agree with a lot of the things the Gnostics say about faith. So, if you are puzzled with some kind of similar dilemma, Grok says, here's how you can hold both without your head exploding. The Gnostics weren't wrong about faith being a leash. They nailed how religion can turn into a control racket. Obey, don't question, wait for the afterlife. Which, I mean, how many people who actually look at this shit objectively think that religion does not turn into a control racket? I think it was Nietzsche even said, Morality is the greatest tool to lead man by the nose. I think he was a little off. Actually, I think it was food. But he was right there. I think it might be number 2. And yeah, that sucks, but you don't have to buy their whole "this world is trash" bail package. Think of it like this: you can agree the system's rigged without wanting to quit the game. Lean into life because it's messy, not despite it. The Gnostics saw the demiurge as a bully. And Nietzsche saw the same bully and said, "Cool, I'm going to punch back." The promise is, oh, wait. So steal the best part. Question everything, doubt the priests, the promises, the guilt trips. But instead of floating off to some spirit realm, stay here. Make meaning, love hard, laugh at the absurdity. You are not denying life, you're just refusing to play by the rules that weren't written for you. That's not Gnostic escape. That's Nietzschean swagger with a side of skepticism. And that's kind of, yeah. And all these concepts too, I would recommend for people to steal the best part. Yes, life is a la carte. So you see pieces in religion you like, you see pieces in things that you like. You can take what you like for yourself, I guess, as long as it's not fundamentally opposed to the common ideology there. I mean, I guess suppose even if it is, I guess it doesn't really matter. But life is a la carte. You see things you like, you see things that resonate with you, you can take it and you can leave the rest. You don't have to buy everything wholesale. You don't have to be dogmatic about these things, but you can pick the pieces that best work for you. I would probably throw in on the back half of that to say, not at the expense of others, right? But that's a cool little conversation that I had with Grok. I don't know if anybody else thinks about this stuff like I do, but I thought it'd be a cool thing to share with you. And then I'm gonna do one more. And I think I'm gonna make a new stream for it actually. So we'll do that. All right, I'm out.